What's going on, everybody? I'm Nick.
And I'm Caleb.
And we're your
two new best friends.
In today's episode, we got a lot of new stuff coming at you. A lot of news, a lot of big announcements. So if you clicked on it, one thing you may have noticed already is the shorter run time of this episode. That's going to be something that we're going to keep up for now. And all future episodes, they'll all be around 30 to 40 minutes each. A little quicker.
I mean, that's right. I mean, most people, they'd be driving 30 minutes to work anyway, so.
Yeah, so it's like that perfect length.
Balance.
Just short enough to where you're not, like, running out of things to talk about and not.
Well, I mean, we never have a problem doing that, but we know you as a listener, at 2 hours in a week, that's kind of a lot. So that's why we're making the decision to kind of condense it.
Keep it quick.
So we can really pack those 30, 45 minutes with a lot of news, a lot of action and fun.
Right. And we're also planning on leaning more toward, like, talking about, like, life experiences, kind of like what's been going on, things like that.
Yeah. We felt like our first podcast was a hit. And we're like...
It was just two friends BSing,
Yeah.
Talking about stuff.
But now, instead of going back in time like 4 years and like recapping that, we're just going to like recap the past week or past 2 weeks. Because I feel like our lives are about to change a lot.
That's right. So, if you looked at the title, Caleb's Big News.
Yes. I will...
Caleb has an announcement. Now, don't burst the bubble yet. You can really...
Well,
you got him wanting to hear it. You can.
I was just gonna say, it has been a nice ride. It's been an era.
I don't think you got cancer
with
or
me
something.
and Nick, but we're done making podcast. Just kidding. That's not what's going on. Listeners, what do y'all think is going on? I mean, I've been doing good at Best Buy. I just got a dog. I can't bait them in that much. I'm not really good at doing that. So I'm just going to pop the bubble real quick. I am leaving the state of Alabama for good. Well, at least for the next...
foreseeable future.
Yes. So I will be moving where I was recently on vacation to Maryville, Tennessee. It's like 30 minutes from Knoxville. Like I said in the past, that's where my brother and my 4 nephews live. And I've just been thinking about it for a while. And I think that's where my future is. I think that's where my parents' future is. And my sister lives like an hour away from them. So I'm just going to take the step, do it by myself. I will be living with them, but I'm excited.
Yeah, so pretty big news. I found out through a text message.
Like 3 days ago?
Yeah. He said, it was like, Nick, I think you're going to be mad at me. And I'm thinking, oh, what did this guy do? And he's like, I'm moving to Tennessee forever. I was like, huh? What the? So.
I mean, it is kind of sad. I definitely am leaving a great community that I've built friendships and pretty much family. But that it's always going to be like that. Anytime you like want to do something, people are going to be sad for you. It's going to be sad for a little bit, but you have to take those steps towards what you believe that is going to fulfill your dreams or whatever. So
why don't you explain to the listeners something that led to this choice? Because this wasn't like, hey, Caleb, we're all moving, you have to come with us. It was, I'm choosing, right? That was all you.
Yeah, I don't know where exactly you're going with it, but I guess in the past couple weeks, I did make a pretty big investment again. Is that where you're going with it?
No, I was just asking, like, so, like, one day you're planning on being in Alabama in the next week, and then the next day you're like, I'm about to be in Tennessee next week and be there for the future.
Like what
made you? Yeah, what made you say, you know what? Forget Best Buy. Forget. I'm moving.
I think just for me, with my degree in hospitality and tourism, and just, seeing everybody that I've graduated with, and I just feel like I'm meant to like do more and travel more and experience a little more than just where I'm at right now. And so that's why I'm making the decision personally.
And you're in a spot financially where you're able to make a decision like that. So you
I guess
took the
you
opportunity.
could say that, but I mean it's kind of a risk. I mean, I will have a place to stay. I'm not gonna be, getting an apartment or house right away. I will be living with my brother and family. I'm very thankful for them for allowing me to do that. But yeah, I just feel like you got to take that risk and just know that you're gonna, be all right, and you're gonna, enjoy it in the future. And I've did this before. I moved to Tennessee over the summer, but my plan was a little different back then, because my plan back then was I'm gonna move there, go to University of Knoxville or Tennessee, not Knoxville. But they were like, you got to stay here at least a year and a half before you get in-state tuition.
Right.
And that wasn't really what I was trying to do. But right now, I'm literally like one semester away from graduating college. And I just feel like, better job opportunities are kind of outside of Mobile, Alabama, at least for me, what I'm trying to do.
So, so is that what you're looking for? Just like a better job opportunity? Or more
experiences in general.
Okay.
Like, I just love the atmosphere up there, and I'd like to meet new people and really spend more time developing into my nephews and hanging out with my brother and sister-in-law.
Okay.
So
a little change of scenery.
Yeah.
Healthy.
And as far as change of scenery goes, I did recently buy or purchase a really nice Sony camera, and I figured I could do that as like a hobby. I could do photography, even some videography as like a hobby, maybe even turn it into a business one day. Obviously, I'm going to find a job in the meantime while I'm trying to build like a good, people base or whatever you call it. But
yeah, a clientele.
Right.
That's the word. DoorDash, bro. That's the quick little easy job. Do it whenever you want. Make a quick little.
That is some move, but I think after talking to some people, I really need to stick inside my major and find a job that is going to build upon what I'm about to graduate in. Because if I don't, then it's just like I went to school for 4 years just to do DoorDash.
Right.
So I really need to kind of find a company, and gratefully, I already have some people up there that can help me get a job, so I'm not really too worried about that.
So is the passion to move to Tennessee and find a nice hotel to work at?
Maybe.
Is that your goal?
Not right now, but me working in a nice hotel could lead to that being the big goal. Like, I think for me, like, I'm still trying to figure out.
Do you think that you would feel like you're back in the same loop grind that you're trying to get away from?
It'd be a different place.
That's true.
So I think I might have some more, I don't know. I think for me it's more like chasing something that I'm not really sure what I'm chasing, but me moving to Tennessee is gonna help find whatever I am chasing. I just feel that. So it might just be freedom. I'm still living with my parents. Maybe it's just like I need to get out of my parents' house.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did that right when I graduated high school.
Right. Could you imagine like living with them for 4 more years?
No. I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah, I love my parents.
It's just nice to be able to come in and at whatever hour.
Right.
And them not be like, Or if you like how the other day you like didn't like hit him up and you were like, my mom's gonna think I'm dead.
Hey,
And then she was actually
my mommy be listening to this, man.
oh.
We were
well. It's still that was the whole thing though. And then you called her, and then you were the one that was freaking out on her because she wouldn't tell you where she was at.
Yeah, my mom be wildin'. She wasn't letting me know where she was
Hanging
at.
out with her secret friend.
Yeah, I
Your
found
dad
out who
listens
that
to this
was. Nah, she was hanging out with like a little 10-year-old.
do the authorities listen to this podcast?
No. Family friend.
Family friend.
She's like a grandmother to that little girl.
Ah.
But I'm excited, man. I'm gonna miss Nick, but it's not that far away, and I feel like Nick is about to soon be making some decisions in the next 3 years, maybe, to move somewhere.
Oh yeah, eventually for sure. But just because he's going to be in a different space physically, we're still going to be able to produce the podcast digitally with the help of Discord or Zoom or whatever. And so basically what kind of how the new vibe of the podcast will go is like every other week we'll record an episode and we'll basically just see what the other person's been up to the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So like, we'll something interesting happens, you like write a little note so you remember to bring it up on the pod or whatever. But yeah, so that's basically how it's gonna go. Just little 30-minute bites of two friends catching up and seeing how the other one's living.
That's right. And audio listeners, I'm gonna let y'all know that I will be chasing adventure out there in Tennessee. So I will be bringing some exciting news to Nick.
Okay. And I'll be holding down
the fort
here in Mobile.
Yeah, but crazy stuff's always happening, even in Mobile.
Yeah.
So I feel like with me moving to Tennessee, not knowing anybody, I feel like life's just gonna be, worth hearing about.
That's the thing about moving to a new place. You could like delete all your pictures off your Instagram, off your Facebook, and you could literally just start your like a whole new life. You know what I'm saying? Now's the time to reinvent Caleb White
I wouldn't want to
if
do
you
that.
wanted to.
Yeah, well, now that you bring that up, I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos about like how the brain is made up and like how to like work out these stressors in your brain or these bad habits that you might have, addictions, whatever, or just even like your emotions, like how your emotions like dictate what you do and you don't do, like, and it seems like you're able to really take control of your mind and be the person you want to be. It's just a process that you got to work through. And I think with me moving to Tennessee, I'm really going to focus on that process and become like a healthier, clear-headed Caleb that I honestly, I haven't been. So
Okay. So before your big move, was there anything you had to take care of before you make the move with your job or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I definitely had to put in a 2 weeks notice at Best Buy, and
was that smooth?
I wouldn't say it was the smoothest, but it never is when you leave a company. No matter like how good you were,
it's always a little awkward.
It's actually even worse if you were a great employee, because then they're like, "Oh, what the heck? Like, we're not gonna get another person." I mean, obviously, there's plenty of good workers out there, and I'm not trying to be prideful, but I feel like I did do a good job in that company, and because of that, it led to some kind of, annoyance that I was only there 6 months and I'm just up and leaving, and they don't really know why. Obviously, I told them why, but I can't convince them.
They didn't understand
Right.
why.
I can't convince anybody.
Did anyone try and convince you to stay?
Well, not from a job sense, but I will say I have a lot of friends here, And it's not like they were trying to convince me, but they were just trying to make sure that what I'm doing is the right decision.
You're
And
thinking it all the way through.
I have no problem with that. Nobody was being negative towards my decision. They just wanted to make sure I would be all right.
Yeah.
And I respect that out of them. But I will miss the people that are here, seeing them every week. But I hope that doesn't change our relationship with those people. I hope that, if like 6 months from now I come and visit, those people haven't changed their feelings.
Distance can change a relationship some.
It can,
Not
but
seeing someone on a regular basis,
Right.
it can kind of make it not necessarily like they're actively like, oh, Caleb's not here. Let me bump him down a couple notches on my friend list. No, but it just happens subconsciously because it's like you're not seeing them. You're not
even with family, it's hard to
Yeah.
do because I know with like my mom and her brother, and even like, my brother, her son, it's just hard whenever you're so far away. It's hard to keep that daily connection and closeness.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry if people think I'm like leaving, but I can't really do anything.
See, that's
No.
where social media comes into play. You gotta just be posting a bunch of pictures from Tennessee and stuff so people can see and be like, oh, there's Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're like out of sight, out of mind, not here physically, and you're not like on social media, so you're not even there digitally, it's like, where are you? And people, not necessarily people won't
Start
forget.
to worry or something.
Not forget or not even worry, but it's just kind of like people just,
Go on.
yeah, you had friends in high school or college or whatever, and then after you don't have a class with them or after you don't keep it active, now fast forward 5 years later,
Right.
if you see him at Walmart, do you walk up and say hey? That's how much it can change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Not
mean,
to freak you out or anything.
no, I mean like for me it's a hard place, but I think it'll get better. I'm not trying to like make new friends. That's not what this is about. I hope like
You need to make new friends.
I know, but that's not what it's about.
That's not the goal, right?
It's not like I'm saying,
Forget y'all.
screw
I
y'all.
need, new. Yeah.
It's not about that. I think if anything, it's about like my just pursuance of either a career that I'm looking forward to or just wanting to explore more and have a better state of mind.
Caleb's pursuit of happiness.
Right.
An ever-long journey.
Now, I'm a pretty happy person, but I'm just not one of those people that like to stay in one place for so long. Like, even with, like, it sounds bad, but, like, I'll get bored, like, in a job really quick.
Yeah.
And I think living in Mobile for 23 years, I think it's just time. Like, a few years ago when I did move up there, I felt like I was ready. And I moved back. But
feel like kind of like stalled out a little bit. Why'd you come back?
I told you, I couldn't get in-state tuition, and I was like, well, I want to finish school.
So school was the big main
Right.
reason. Okay. So if school wasn't the reason, would you have just stayed there?
Probably.
Hmm.
I had a great job.
Yeah.
I was working at a 5-star resort that actually Kelly Clarkson got married at. And I served like Maren Morris and some other big names like not The Office, but the Big Bang Theory cast. I was like working in a restaurant at that resort. So, I mean, things were happening for me. I just decided to move back.
Now, when you get to Tennessee, are you going to have your heart open for the chance of love?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
You going to be on the Tinder? Or you be using, what's the new one? Hinge?
Hinge is a little more classy, I will say.
Okay. I like their little commercials. They're
I
clever.
don't know. Maybe I might just try like avoiding that. Maybe I might seek out like who I really am first before I even decide to jump back into that. Or I might even try going back to what I feel like, things have changed over the last 50 years, and just nowadays, you can't just walk up to people and trust them automatically.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but there's still a little like stigma, or you're a little more cautious. I would say that's why people do download these apps, so they can just kind of see a person, know what he's about a little bit, start talking to him a little bit before you actually make something happen.
When I was in San Antonio with Izzy and Emily, we were on her Tinder, and we were trying to like operate it for her. Mm-hmm. And looking at it from the female perspective, at the male profiles, bro, there's some people who just I don't even know, bro. Like
I would stand a good chance in San Antonio.
Just like blurry Facebook, like selfie in the mirror.
Oh, right.
And then the next picture is this same picture,
right,
with like a different hat on, but the same shirt. Like, it was just so weird.
Yeah, like no personality,
no bios, no one had a bio. Or if they did have a bio, it was like, I love to watch The Office and snuggle. It's like, come on, basic.
And that's another thing. I haven't had like a good experience with like finding the right person since I've been living here. So I feel like what you're kind of saying, like, I do have a lot to offer to people that are living and also searching for a relationship. Like, I'm one of a kind. I'm not just another guy who's was born in Tennessee and lived there his whole life. Like, I'm a guy who decided to move right out of college, like 3 states away, and I have a podcast, and I'm doing photography. Like, I feel like I'm interesting. So
yeah, you just got to make sure the ladies know that.
Right. But I'm in no rush. Like, that's not.
No,
that's
right.
Also not.
Don't let no Tennessee hussy trap you though.
Hussy. Woo. Nobody's gonna trap me.
Have some in Tennessee. That's where the hillbillies are.
No, it's not.
Tennessee's hillbillies, and then where we are, that's rednecks.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer.
So up there you got like moonshine and like.
Wouldn't you prefer a hillbilly girl than a redneck girl?
Which one is what's the girl from the Dukes of Hazzard?
I would say hillbilly.
Okay.
I just feel like I don't look at it like that. I look at
their third option.
Look, I look at it like this. Like, you're looking at it from like what has been. I'm looking at it what it is now, because I'll be living like 15 minutes away from Knoxville, and Knoxville is such a vegan friendly place. Like,
are you going back vegan?
I might be. I've been thinking about it. I felt like I was maintaining a healthy body back then, and I didn't have a problem with it. And I mean, if we're being realistic, the only reason I really quit was to try to please somebody else, and we see how that worked out.
How did it work out?
I mean, it led to me being single, being a meat eater. So
damn. Well, so before you part from Mobile and begin the next chapter of the Book of Caleb,
right?
In these last 5 minutes, anything you want to say to your Mobile folk?
The Mobile people I was born and
any shout outs?
Come to know. Shout outs?
Whatever you want to do.
Shout out to Nick. He's right here.
Yeah.
I could say it face to face to him. I'm sure he already knows like the friendship that we have. He's been a great friend since high school. Probably my closest friend, one of my closest friends. So that's been nice. My cousins, Zach and Ryan, y'all been great family to me. Man, this is getting a little emotional now that you're making me do this like epilogue or whatever
It's
it's
like
called.
your goodbye.
Right.
And then anyone you want to make sure they hear their little goodbye, just make sure they listen to this episode.
If
And
there's
they get that little
any
message
if
at
there's
the end.
any women that would like to say anything to me before I leave,
One that got away.
yeah, if there was a woman that I never knew that you like really liked me,
Now's the time. He ain't left yet.
yeah, I mean you better shoot your shot. I'm done taking my shots in Alabama. Y'all better shoot your shot
they
before
gotta
I'm
shoot 'em
gone.
to you.
That's right. You got one day.
You got one day. Convince me
And
to stay.
technically, when this comes out, I'll already be there.
Right.
So you're gonna have to convince me to move back.
Yeah. You have to really be
Um,
really convincing.
or just move up there. Prove to me that you are
Oh.
you are really wanting to be serious with me. That would be like crazy if anyone ever did that to me. I feel like I would. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's so crazy though that only a crazy person would do that.
I mean, it might be the crazy I'm looking for.
Oh, you like a little crazy?
I like a little crazy.
Keep things interesting. I feel that.
I don't know. There's just so many people, all the people that I've met at First Baptist Tillman's Corner over the past year and a half. Y'all have really, like my Sunday school teacher and our college pastor, y'all have really influenced me, and I've really grown really close to y'all. And all the friends there, y'all have been great people.
Your brother go to church up in Tennessee?
No, they don't go to church.
You plan on going by yourself, or you
I do plan-
take a little?
No, I definitely have a good relationship with God, and I'd like to find a new church home up there. But I'm not perfect, so yeah. My mom, she was like worried. She was like, I don't know. She was like, "Are you just gonna stop being like a Christian?" I was like,
Dang.
Mom, what do you think? Do you think that's why I'm moving to
Dang.
Tennessee?
Dang.
But everybody that like really knows me knows that I'm a pretty open book. Like I'm gonna be genuine to like, who I am, what my intentions are, what I want to do. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I love everybody in Mobile. Y'all be missed, but I'm not too far away, and I will be visiting. So don't get... I feel like, if anything, yes, it's sad for them, but to them, they're sticking with everybody else that they have. For me, I'm leaving everybody. So if it should be sad for anybody, it's me. So I just don't want y'all to forget about me.
Don't be being sad, people.
Well, I don't want y'all to be sad, and I don't want y'all to forget about me. Like, I definitely want to keep on having close relationships to each and every one of y'all. And the best way to do that is for y'all to listen to this podcast, because this podcast is essentially like
A
40
window into the soul.
Well, it's like a 40-minute conversation that everybody can jump on at one time and hear from me.
Right.
And if you want to throw me some input, I'm only one phone call away. It doesn't have to be a 40-minute call. Just send me a text and be like, "Hey, you wanna FaceTime or whatever."
Right. Same phone number up in Tennessee. Or no?
Actually,
Are you getting a new phone?
no, actually, I've been getting like a lot of spam lately.
I have too.
I went and I was like, well, the only way to really get rid of the spam is just change my number. So I might be changing my number, guys. But I will let y'all know. That's not that big of a deal.
You can just keep blocking them, and then eventually maybe you'll block them all. Because sometimes I have the same ones call me back.
I got in like this messed up like group chat with like 30 people that all have the same 3 numbers as me. They've been really screwing with me. And it's like dumb stuff. Like they'll be like, "Hi." I'm like, how do I get? And I block them all, but then they'll add one more number to the group, and it's
the
like
whole thing's back again.
right. So I think the best
Dang.
way is just change my number and let all of Facebook know and all my friends and family.
Okay.
And it's like a 1 minute process, and then it's back to normal. Nobody memorizes phone numbers anyway. It's just, hey, call Caleb.
Right.
So,
True. All right. Well, before we close out this podcast, do you have any recommendations you'd like to share with the audience?
my recommendation is don't really. I don't want to say like fall into peer pressure, because that's not really where I'm coming at it from. But just as far as like, if you want something, if you want to do something with your life and you feel kind of worried about like what people would think of that, don't let that get in your way. Like, it's all gonna be all right, and hopefully I can just be like a witness to that as I live out the next year or so of my life in Tennessee, and that y'all see like the connections I'm making, the new friends I'm making. Yeah, just do it.
Yeah. If you actively enjoy every day, then you'll end up enjoying your whole life. So you just gotta go day by day. One good day, 2 good days, 3 good days, one
Right.
good week, 1 good month, good year.
Well, let me turn it around on you.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to say to me, knowing that I'll be leaving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for me? Anything you want to get off your chest and be like, give me back that jacket that you've been holding on to? I actually do have a shirt that I meant to bring
that
over.
shirt that I let you wear.
I'll leave it with my parents or something.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to swing by.
Or I'll just give it to you when I get back or something.
My recommendation for the listeners and for you would be to start having a morning routine. I started having a morning routine. Every morning I wake up, I drink a giant cup of water, and I take my little one a day min vitamin things,
Right.
whatever they're called.
Multivitamin.
And then I bust out 30 push-ups, 30 sit-ups,
Every day.
30 pull-ups in the morning, right when I wake up.
That's good.
I do more throughout the day, but
Right. That's your little get it.
and it's so
Go get
quick. It's like maybe less than 10 minutes, and like your day is like you're awake,
Right.
and your day, and you know, like when I wake up, I do this, my day starts. Because if I wake up and it's like
Right.
I'm gonna lay in bed and like scroll through TikTok for 2 hours,
So is part of your routine getting up on the first alarm? Because that's like a big struggle I have. I will like procrastinate and just fall back asleep if I ain't got nothing to do till like 12.
yeah. So I don't really usually have anything to do till like more toward noon, more toward like 11.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like sleeping in, so I'll wake up like 8:30, 9 at the latest, and then get into all that. And then if I don't have nothing to do till like 11, then I'll either just do like the rest of my daily workout all in the morning and get it out the way, or just do whatever I want until I have stuff to do. But getting that morning routine out the way,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it just my recent days since I've been doing that have been very, very productive compared
Right.
to my others.
That's a good one. That's something I struggle with, but definitely going to be part of my detox.
Michelle Obama wakes up every day 4 a.m., does yoga and a workout
That's crazy.
every single day. 4 a.m.
What time should we go into bed? That's
See,
my thing.
Yeah.
Us young people, we like staying up late.
If
so-
I can get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep, I'm good. So I'll go to bed at like 1 and wake up at like 8. That's about
I
how
think
rock.
my average is probably like 5.5, and if I sleep in, probably like 7, 8.
Yeah.
But if I don't sleep in, because I have really bad insomnia, and part of that's to do with social media and the internet. But maybe that should be my goal: just turn off your phone at a certain hour.
Meditation.
Right. I do.
You got to exercise that mind to be able to be, you know,
Right.
remain focused on one thing, not be all over the place.
And that's another thing. I definitely want to
It's an
start
exercise.
meditating and praying like daily.
I used to do a daily meditation, 10 minutes a day, but I fell off that. Maybe I need to
Right.
get back on
You
it.
have to do something. I think it's like 21 days, and
Yep.
at the 60-day mark, it's like it's
Yep.
almost impossible to not do it.
It takes 21 days to form a habit.
Right.
And then I guess 60 for it
60
to become like locked in.
60 is like your neurological pathways or something. I was actually listening to the YouTube video. It like completely flips or it makes a new one. And so if you even tried not to do it, it's
Like,
almost
fuck your brain up.
yeah, it's like
You're like, ugh.
you're missing something.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to add on our final in-person face-to-face podcast for a while?
Not for real.
Hmm.
Is there anything you're expecting me to say?
I just think
Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah. Does today's date mean anything to you?
Date?
Yeah.
April Monday,
19th?
April 19th. Oh, tomorrow being 420.
No, no.
Is tomorrow 420?
Yes.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I was just trying to mess with you. I was trying to make you believe that today was like the first day we'd met and that you forgot or something.
Like we've been in a relationship? What the heck?
We do have a relationship.
Right, and we're like breaking up.
No.
We're getting long
it's
distance.
not a romantic relationship.
Well, it's a long
it's
distance.
It's a friendly relationship.
Still,
But a relationship nonetheless. You have a relationship with your mom, but I don't think that it's romantic. But there's still love. Right? I don't like the eyes you're making.
for audio listeners, it looks like Nick's about to cry over here.
No, you're just freaking me out over
You're
there.
freaking me out, man. You're like expecting me to do something or say something.
Alright, well, I'll let you try it. You got one more if you want to say anything.
What the heck? Here you go again. I feel like I already said everything.
Why don't you leave the listeners with a haiku?
A haiku?
Mm-hmm.
Like a, what is that? Like a 14...
5757, right?
What the? You want me to form a haiku off the top of my head?
Yeah, syllables. 5 syllables, 7 syllables. Isn't that it?
I thought it was fun.
Hang on.
Bro, my phone's dead and this man's trying to get me to form a haiku for yo. Like I'm some rap god.
Oh yeah, 575.
Of syllables?
Yeah.
Or words? Or sentences? No.
Yeah, syllables.
Okay.
575.
Okay. Mobile life been fun. I'm not even going to put it's in there. Mobile life been fun. But there comes a time where it's time to make a change. That's my haiku. Mobile life been fun, but there comes a time when it's time to make a change. Wait, I don't know. We'll have to
When
listen
you
to that.
make a change.
We'll have to listen to that back, and then I'll like post it on Facebook.
And you get it tattooed on your arm.
Like right down my back, like in bold letters.
So what are you getting this tattoo for? This is a haiku I came up with in like 14 seconds. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, well.
We'll put it like this. Okay. Most of the people that are subscribed to our podcast right now are our closest friends. Would you say?
There's a couple people in like Slovenia, I think.
Yeah, that don't really know us too well, but most of the people are our Facebook friends that really know us well. So if you have anything that you'd like to say, I mean, you don't have to do it.
Any kind words for Caleb
Right.
before he starts this new journey?
You post it on the Facebook page or send me a message. Send me and Nick a message. We would love to like hear your.
Don't send me one. I'm not moving.
Well, you're part of the podcast. I mean, if it's personal, send it to me. Send it to both of us. I don't care.
if you're happy that Caleb's leaving and you want to vent to someone and you feel kind of guilty that you're so happy about it, talk to me. And we'll work through
I don't know who that is, but you're welcome, I guess.
Probably your dad.
You think my dad's happy I'm leaving? My dad calls me his baby.
Yeah. I'm sure it's like a little sadness, but probably also a little happiness. Because just like how you've been like, dang, I've been living under my parents' roof for 24 years or whatever. They're probably thinking, this kid been living under our roof for 23 years.
No.
When the heck's he going to get out of here?
No, my parents love me. They told me that I could stay with them as long as I wanted to.
Oh.
So.
That doesn't sound bad. Free rent, free food.
Yeah. Anyways.
But it comes a time in everyone's life where they have to grow up and become a man. And hit the road and say, bye, mama. I'm a man now. I don't need you anymore.
Nah, it ain't like that.
Get out of my face.
Anyways, yeah, so if you have anything you'd like to say to me, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. I wish we could hang out, but I'm leaving tomorrow.
Well, you can always just schedule your times when you come back, so it'll be like a full
Right.
3-day weekend where you're like, oh, I'm hanging out with this person now, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to get lunch with this person, then we're going to do this, then I'm going to meet up with this person. You know what I'm saying?
As long as y'all be paying for my food, because I mean,
I think you actually owe me a meal.
Shut up. This, you can just leave that in the past as our going away present to me.
No.
All right. Well, when I get back in Mobile, the first person I'm taking out is Nick, because apparently I owe him a meal.
Yeah, because I got it on that Evan Almighty bet.
Nah, I paid for like a lot of stuff for you over the.
No. Because we went to Whataburger and I paid for that. And then you paid for Popeyes. So that's even.
I paid for your Chick-fil-A though.
What
And then-
Chick-fil-A?
And then something.
No, you didn't pay for
else.
my. You paid for Stoika's Chick-fil-A. I had my own separate order.
No, we went to Chick-fil-A before that. And I got them messed up.
No, I had my own order because me and Izzy had our own. Because I had my own points. Remember? Yeah.
No, it was Arby's that I paid for.
Arby's.
Yeah, we went to
No, I
Arby's.
paid for that.
No, you didn't. You can go check
With
the.
your little grilled chicken wrap that had been in my fridge for like a
You
week.
can go check the Venmo, man.
I will check the video.
And I paid for that Taco Bell that night.
What? Taco Bell? When did
Yeah,
we get
we
Taco
went to
Bell?
Taco Bell. Remember, we were like, let's eat a really small bite and then we'll eat, something later. Anyways, audio listeners, we will be back. Just remember, we're going to try to do like every 2 weeks now.
A little quick, a little short. Yeah, if y'all like this kind of shorter, kind of... I feel like it's a little more rapid fire, a little more...
Right. I like it.
Yeah, quick, easy.
Especially when we have like exciting stuff to talk about. We're just going to be like wanting to spit it out there.
Right. Next week, where am I moving to? No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, this is where we say sayonara. Thanks for listening. Hope you keep listening. Hope you keep dreaming. And as always,
Yep.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Caleb. And we're your two new best friends.